So here we are, and if you could start by introducing yourself.
My name is Yanis Margaridis. I've been living in Athens for 17 years. I was born and raised in Canada, and we just recently started the VR project here with my partner Lucas Katsikaris.
Which is right behind you, a huge VR project sign. Can you tell me about how you created this idea? I mean, this is definitely novel for Athens. I know it's not novel for the world, but it is a time of crisis.
Actually, when we started, it was novel for the world as well. We started a year ago. The HTC Vive, which is the equipment that we use, as well as Oculus Rift, came out precisely a month before we opened up here, or 2 months. So it was pretty much the first VR showcase room in Europe, one of the first in Europe at least, and for sure the first in Athens, and still remains the only one in Athens. There's one in Thessaloniki too, I think.
Okay, and what's the feedback been like so far?
People don't really know what VR is, so they come here not knowing what to expect, and after they get into an immersive environment, then all of a sudden they really like it. They can't believe how real it actually is.
You're right next to Monastiraki Square, which is an extremely central and touristy area.
Yeah.
So would you say most of your clients are tourists so far?
Absolutely not.
Huh.
Absolutely not. Most of our clients are Greek. Most of our advertising campaigns on social media have been directed towards Greeks. The foreign customers that have come, foreign or tourist customers that have come, are mainly by word of mouth or by some reviews here and there.
And so talking of reviews, you have excellent reviews on TripAdvisor. I did my research.
Yeah, we do until now. Okay. Let's hope that this continues. Yeah. So.
Okay. So what are you offering people, would you say?
So pretty much.
Except entertainment.
Yeah, so pretty much what we offer here is people come and they they buy time on VR. We use the most advanced VR technology in the world today. And
wow.
It's fully immersive, so it means that you feel like you're actually in that environment. You have earphones, you have there's 2 sensors in the room, and there's 16 sensors on the headset and on the controllers, which track where you are in the room, and in this way you are completely immersed into the digital environment.
Now, talking of the digital environment, is there a sort of Black Mirror element to it? Do you think people could sort of get addicted to something like that, or get somehow disengaged from the 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional reality they're living in?
Absolutely, and I certainly hope so for a business. But
evil.
No. Okay. Given the size of the equipment, they can only stay in there for so long.
How long?
Right now, I would say, personally, I get tired after about an hour and a half maximum. So you have to take a break. Some gamers come for longer periods of time. I don't know what the future will hold. But the thing is that it's not just gaming. We have other things also in VR. We have basically 4 different categories here. So we have the gaming and adrenaline category, which is, shooting, driving cars, and this type of stuff in virtual reality. We have the creating category, where you can draw in 3 dimensions. So you actually draw a line, you can see it from underneath.
Is that recorded somehow? So if an artist makes something, they can keep a memory of it?
It's recorded.
Oh, wow.
We've done a couple of exhibitions here. And we've also participated in the Athens Digital Art Festival, where people were actually drawing in VR, and they got to keep, and we made a huge collage later of all the artwork that they've done. So this is another aspect of what we do. We also do events outside of the VR project.
And can that then be 3D printed?
It can be. It can be.
Oh, it can.
But we haven't done it yet.
Wow.
We haven't done it. There is the capability to do it, though. This is for sure.
Okay, I'm tripping out here.
Okay, and then the other category is travel. So people go to the bottom of the sea, they go to the moon with Neil Armstrong, they can do this type of thing.
Countries? Can people try?
Different countries.
Oh.
There's Google Earth VR, which they can actually go to different places and walk around, I don't know, skyscrapers or Grand Canyon, this type of thing. And the last one is education, and this is actually where we're also building our own applications. This is the next phase of our business here. So we're building applications for archaeology, for kids to learn what archaeology is. They can go on an archaeological dig, and destinations, Greek destinations, Attiki. So we have 5 or 6 different destinations where people can actually go and travel there and learn about them online. Okay, we're not directly clinically involved in this type of thing right now, but we're in cooperation with the University of Athens, the cognitive Department of Cognition, and they've done some types of experiments regarding movement in VR. So we've built an environment where, for example, the floor is gravel, and we make the floor wooden, and they record how people with disabilities in their movement react in the virtual environment and outside of the virtual environment on the concrete when they see on the wood when they see that they're walking on gravel. So they're measuring the differences there.
And what have they found? Do you know?
It's a little bit over my head. This research is very specific. But it's a little bit over my head. But we're in cooperation with them for this, and also we've heard a lot about dealing with fear through VR, and I've seen it here actually. I've seen people cry because they think they're going to fall.
Oh my God.
So I had to take off the headset and give them something more calm to try. And this is being used actually in Athens as well, in a couple of clinics, mainly in other countries. They're using VR to approach their fear, so people with fear of heights, arachnophobia, agoraphobia, these types of things.
I wouldn't want to have VR cockroaches, for example.
So it's being used for this type of thing, and some people come here and they want to sit in the VR rooms, which you're going to try later, and they want to sit in the bottom of the sea because it calms them. So there's one episode where there's turtles, around in the sea, and you have so it calms them. So they come here, they play an hour VR, and they sit in the bottom of the sea, or this type of thing.
Wow, so it's very therapeutic.
I would say so. It could be. I would say so. If you let yourself actually go there, I would say it could be.
What would you say are the most popular experiences so far?
I'd have to divide it by age group. So in my age group, around the 40s, I would say there's a large group of people coming to go to the moon with Neil Armstrong. They like more the experience. They like more traveling. So Google Earth, the Blue, Apollo 11 with Neil Armstrong. And then the younger age group, of course, they like shooting zombies, which it's not mutually exclusive, of course. I get some people here, 50 years old, that want to kill zombies all day. Okay.
They want to kill their boss, basically, so they come here.
So be it. And then the kids usually they like drawing, and they like we have some goblins where they chase the goblins and this type of thing. So
Single one. Okay, and my final question then is, what's next for you? Are you scheming and planning to create a revolution in VR in Greece?
Something like that. So we're building now our own applications for educational purposes. We're going to set up the first meetup for VR enthusiasts in Greece.
Are there many of them, from what you know?
We have about 60 on our list right now, and there's quite a few. Basically, anybody who deals with 3D artists, this type of thing, can also deal with VR. So we're going to do that here, and we're moving towards doing the first hackathon in Greece, based fully on VR. Hackathon is when you get programmers, artists together, you present them with different problems, and they solve them. They try to solve them by making the software.